everyone, I have some lovely beauties for you today. The Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have that on today. Also, I'm trying out from CoverFX Illuminating Primer, and I'm also trying out today, and I've been pretty pleased with it, a couple of drugstore products too. So, Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I was not so sure about this when I got it in the mail because these colors are really strong and really pigmented and really bright, and some of them are very unusual. Some of them are very warm. I don't do all that great with warm. I really think this palette is good for fall. I mean, look at these colors in here, almost like an early fall launch. It does come with a double-ended brush, which I used today. So here's what I ended up doing today, and I really like it. I mean, I really think this is a very fall-inspired palette. Let me show you some of these colors. There are a lot of mattes in here. These are extremely soft. As I'm putting them on, I'm getting a ton of kick up on my brush. Just a ton of powder is coming off of the colors and just basically going all over the floor over here. That's something to watch out for, but that doesn't mean that they're very soft and that they can go onto your eyelids very easily and that they can blend together very easily. That's the plus side of that. So, unusual color combinations here. A lot of rusty browns, burnt oranges, burgundies. So, starting from here, we have tempera and raw sienna. It's those two right there. Next, we have golden ochre and burnt orange. I have both of those on today. These two right here. See how warm this palette is? It's just so fallish. Then we've got two very satiny, buttery feeling metallics, Vermeer and Primavera. Oh, I like those. Then we have Bon Fresco and Red Ochre. So this palette is it just reminds me of an old painting. And that's what a lot of the colors are based on. A lot of these colors are based on actual paint colors. Like Venetian Red, that's an actual paint color. Tempera is the name of a paint. Raw sienna, burnt orange, red ochre. They're very paint tones, actual paint tones based. Next we have antique bronze and Venetian red. I love the antique bronze. Venetian red is a bit pink for me to put on my eyes, just a bit much. That love letter and warm taupe. I love warm taupe, but what's strange about it is it is not very warm. It is very cool. That's warm taupe. I mean, it's not warm. It's a very grayish taupe. This color, again, is a little too bright for me for the eyes, I think. And then the last two are Cypress Umber and Real Gar. I'm probably butchering that Real Gar name, but the Cypress Umber is very dark brown. It's very pretty. Here's Real Gar. Oh, look at how pretty that is. It's so pumpkin-y. And then here's your Cypress Umber. See how fallish it all is even with these burgundies, just pops of burgundy in there. Very fallish. I think it's just beautiful, unusual, but very fallish I'm feeling to me. So this is how I put this on today. I started out with golden ochre on my lid, and it is kind of an ugly, kind of greenish wheat color. I don't know, but when you put it on, it is not bad. It is a really good base sort of color for all the rest of your colors to go on top of. In the crease, I put raw sienna, which is a really good crease color. Really good basic crease color, sort of a peanut butter color. I also put burnt orange, which goes on quite a bit deeper than it looks in the package. I put that in my crease. And then in the outer corner, I started laying down several different colors. I put down red ochre. This color is so beautiful. Oh, it's just a dark burgundy. It goes on just so pretty on the eye. Then I put a little bit of the antique bronze, sort of coming in from the outer corner on top of the red ochre. Very outer corner, I put the Cypress Umber color. And again, I dotted a little bit of the Vermeer color just under my brow bone on top of tempera, which was my entire brow bone highlight. I think there are other directions I could go with this palette that would be really pretty, really pumpkin spicy. I want to incorporate Realgar, and again some more of the red ochre. It would be nice to go in sort of a very fall plum direction with this palette. I just think it's some really unusual color combinations. I put the color called Primavera in my very inner corner also as well. And I also lined under my eyes in Cypress Umber, the dark brown, and red ochre. I kind of layered the two of them. Very unusual palette. I do like the brush. I'll tell you how I used the brush. I used this fluffy end for my crease, and it did a really good job. The bristles are really stiff, and I thought this is not going to do a good job of spreading color. It's going to just leave the color in one place and it's not going to blend it well, but it did. It really kind of surprised me. This other end is a little short flat end, and I used this, but I used this for the very outer corner to put that dark brown color. I didn't feel like it was big enough to be a lid brush, but outer corner I think it works pretty well. I also dipped it in a little bit of the darkest brown color and brought that into my very, very inner crease. So it's good for that because it has quite an edge on it there. Unusual palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills. She really mixes it up with her colors. Every palette is always a real nice, soft. There's not any in here that I don't like the texture of or anything. They all just worked out really well. Very soft and blendy, very creamy feeling, and extremely pigmented. I have on today as my primer a sample I got from CoverFX. This is their Illuminating Primer. I put that on first before I put on any of my foundation. And here's how it looked just on my skin. It's very pretty, just flat on your skin as a very glowing, just sheer glow. Here's what it looks like. It's sort of an ivory color, and it's very liquidy. It is not one of those thick, silicone-y feeling primers. It's got just a little shine. It's not really very pink. It's kind of very champagne-y. See it right there? And it gives you just sort of a pretty glow, but once I put my foundation on top of it, I didn't feel like anything was coming through. As far as priming the skin, it's very lotiony feeling. It doesn't have a whole lot of structure to it. So as I was putting my makeup on, I noticed that my chin, the foundation had come off of my chin already as I'm putting on my makeup. So I don't think it does a very good job priming. It's pretty. It would be kind of nice to just wear alone maybe when you're just on its own, when you're not really doing anything big and you don't want to put on a lot of makeup, but I don't think it's a great primer. A couple of things from the drugstore. I tried out today Maybelline's Brow Drama Pro palette. This is a little kit for your eyebrows. It comes with a little spoolie brush and a little double-ended sort of angled flat brush to apply the product. So what I did was I took this little chiseled edge flat brush and I dipped into this powder in the middle. So there's a powder here, and then this is a wax. Dipped into this powder and drew my eyebrows on, and I loved it. The powder is extremely pigmented. You would not think it is, looking at how soft it is and how light the color is there, but it is very pigmented. So I drew my whole eyebrow on with that, and I'm like, this is going great. Then I tried to dip into the wax. The wax is extremely hard. I don't like it. It's extremely hard. That's it right there. It's very hard, and I don't feel like, oh, lovely. I don't feel like it has enough gooiness to it that it's going to hold my brows in place. It's kind of what I want the wax to do. I want them to hold my brows in place, and I don't feel like it's going to accomplish that at all. Third, this powder on the end here, this sort of highlight one, I think you're supposed to use that to highlight under, under your eyebrow and maybe on top as well. Well, there's nothing to it. It's almost completely invisible. Look at that. It's like it's just not there. Let me dip into it with this brush and maybe that will help, but it didn't help me. Nope. Nothing there. And it's not shimmery at all. It is matte, so it is not a good highlight. So out of this kit, and this kit was not cheap. I mean, it was not, I don't think it was a cheapie. Out of the whole thing, 3 pieces of it, I only liked the middle one, the powder. So I don't think that's a very good value for me. Also tried the Revlon PhotoReady InstaFix highlighting stick today in Pink Light number 200. I have this on my very brow bone right here. I have it down my nose, on my chin, and I have it above my eyebrows here. I like this stick a lot. It's not oily or gooey at all. It's kind of a stiffer texture, so it kind of is better. It doesn't dissolve your makeup. It's just a real subtle pink. It's not real in your face pink. They have a gold one as well. Picked up another Urban Decay Vice lipstick. I'm getting crazy on these. This is Peyote. This is one of the metallized ones. These metallized ones feel just like heaven on. They are so hydrating feeling and slicky feeling. Peyote. I've been wearing this all day until I put this color on, and it just hydrates your lips. Something about these metallized ones, they're super smooth and hydrating. Coming up, I am going to Vegas in 3 days for 3 days. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to take my camera and do what I can to film about makeup and such like that, my room. Last time we went, we got upgraded to a really nice room with a huge living area, and it was a 1-bedroom suite, and it had 3 bathrooms. And the mirrors in the bathrooms had TVs built into them. It had just like a screen just floating in the glass of the mirror. Yeah, so I'm going to film. Hopefully we get that same suite again, and I'm going to film some stuff there. Vegas is makeup heaven for me. It's also shopping heaven for me. I'm not a huge gambler. Neither one of us are gamblers, drinkers, or partiers, but we are big shoppers. And Vegas is a huge shopping and makeup playground for me. I love it. So I'll see you when I get back from Vegas. Bye.